You are watching this video because you are a diehard NBA fan and you're looking to make some bets. Well, you've come to the right place because I'm going to tell you all about the best sports books to bet the NBA. You can find links to all of our recommended books over on oddshark.com, and I'll drop some links in the description here as well. Just a note, we do receive financial compensation for any signups and deposits through those links. Just a heads up there for full transparency. But let's dig into the best sports books for NBA betting. Here we go. Okay, guys, let's start with odds. And for basic game odds, spreads, money lines, totals, that sort of thing, all the books we recommend will have everything you're looking for. Sportsbooks will have their lines posted, and what you see will be largely consistent across the board with some variance, hence why we do recommend shopping around. The NBA is obviously a massively popular league to bet, and books will have that league displayed prominently on their homepages, so it's going to be easy to find. Elsewhere, all the books we at Oddshark do recommend will have the league logo in their side rails and menus, so you certainly won't miss it. But yeah, all games, regular season and playoffs, whatever, they will be lined, and you can bet your money lines, your spreads, your totals, and more. And those spreads and prices may have slight variance from book to book. So, for example, let's look at these play-in games real quick. Bet365 has the Hawks Magic play-in game with a total of 217, while FanDuel currently has 216.5. If you like the over and have accounts at both these shops, you can take it at FanDuel because of the lower number at minus 114, or take the higher number at 365 with the better price at minus 110. This is the sort of flexibility we're talking about when we say shop around. All right, let's talk player props. And this will be sort of where we start to see a bit of difference from book to book. FanDuel probably has the deepest offering here in terms of NBA prop betting. Heading on over to the NBA board and clicking the More Wagers link opens up just a ton of stuff here, man. Like, we can search by the most popular props for that game. They've got quick bets, meaning the first basket, but then into some player-specific stuff like points, threes, rebounds, assists, team stuff like first half betting and quarter betting, where you can bet a team on the money line or the spread. FanDuel also features Race 2 betting markets, which are super fun ways to bet basketball games. As you can see here, they have Race to 8 points, Race to 10, 15, 20, 25, and on and on. So a very, very robust offering from FanDuel. But Bet365 is another one that ranks up there with FanDuel. Tons to offer for NBA props, and organized by player props, main props, team props, quarter props, and half props. You can also bet statistical over-unders per quarter as well here. So like first quarter points, first quarter rebounds. So that's pretty neat for you NBA prop bettors as well. So you'll get NBA props at any book, but for me, FanDuel sort of leads the way here with Bet365 in the conversation as well. Both are very, very good for NBA props. For futures betting, you might think that there may not be a ton of variance from one sports book to the next, but there are some little distinctions that can separate one from the pack. Now, while all good books are going to have championship futures, conference futures, win totals, awards betting markets like MVP and Rookie of the Year, and all of that fun stuff, there are some books that do get a bit more creative than the rest. So BetMGM is sort of the one that stands out a bit more from the pack here. For example, before the 2024-25 regular season, they were offering the Celtics to win 74 or more games, but they also dig into things like which state will the NBA champion come from, or which division will the NBA champion come from, and a whole lot more. So yeah, when it comes to futures markets, I give the slight edge to BetMGM. Most books do put their own little spin on parlay offerings. You'll see the SGP logo or single game parlay logo over at FanDuel with some of those pre-made and popular parlay options. And the same thing at Bet365 with their Bet Boost parlays, which shows you the new boosted odds as well as the number of users who have actually placed that bet. But I kind of like what they're doing over at Caesars with their prepackaged parlays. They have a ton being offered, which is super handy if you're looking for parlays, but don't necessarily have the time to dig in and build a 4 or 5 legger or anything like that. They tag on these clever titles for these parlays, which I am a pretty big fan of, honestly. So it sort of has this themed vibe to it. For example, looking here, they have the Play Incredibles 4-leg parlay for the 4 play-in games. Hawks, Warriors, Heat, and Kings to all win, coming in at odds of plus 980. I just really like the novelty of all these, so a great job by Caesars when it comes to creating those pre-made parlays. Of course, at all these books, you can just build your own parlays as well. So by no means do you have to bite on what these books are presenting for you. And a lot of the time, bettors just want the opportunity to build their own parlay. But always pay attention to what the books are featuring. There might be some really good ones out there. When it comes to live betting, I think Bet365 might be the best of the bunch. First off, when you live bet the NBA with Bet365, they have a graphic and some animations that play out along with the game action, so it'll let you know who scored or who just bricked it off the rim. So that's some pretty cool eye candy to go along with your live betting. But where it stands out is in its flash betting. So flash betting is where Bet365 gives you the opportunity to wager on what's going to happen next in a game, like which team is going to score next and whether that basket will come from a 2-point shot, from 3, or from the free throw line. You can also bet on which player will score next. So if you're watching a game and you see Steph Curry starting to heat up and keep getting the ball, you can bet him to score the next bucket, the one after that, and so on and so forth. The thing with flash betting is you've got to be super quick and agile, but it's a really, really fun way to live bet the NBA. Love what Bet365 does with their live betting offering on most sports, but the NBA is certainly one of those. Okay, guys, sportsbooks offer what are called promos and boosts, and you're going to want to pay attention to these as they can become very valuable. For example, Bet365 has what's called an early payout option in the NBA, which is at 20 points. So basically, when the team you've got a money line bet on goes up by at least 20 points, they pay out your bet. It doesn't even matter if your team goes on to win the game. Your bet is done and dusted and graded as a winner because they got out to a 20-point lead. FanDuel has some offers as well, but these are mostly things like profit boost tokens, which are certainly handy, so don't let those go unused. They do sometimes have some themed profit bet boosts as well, like a 25% Friday Night Live at MSG boost if you wanted to make a live bet in a Knicks game, for example. Not uncommon to see those, so always keep your eyes peeled. Those are very good, but I love the early payout policy from Bet365. 20 points can be a lot in an NBA game, but how sweet is that? Especially if you bet a big money line underdog, they race out to a 20-point lead to cash a plus money line bet. Absolutely love it. To summarize, every book out there has something to offer any bettor, and you basketball bettors will definitely find something of value at any shop Oddshark recommends. But I will say that NBA bettors should definitely start with FanDuel and Bet365. Both excel across the board, but FanDuel really killing it with futures markets, single game parlay options, and bet boost tokens, while Bet365 does a really, really great job with those early payout promos, robust prop markets, and flash betting. There is no shortage of great betting options for NBA bettors, but I hope I was able to steer you in a particular direction. If I was any help, hit that thumbs up button, maybe subscribe to the YouTube channel. Oddshark is here to try to help you with your sports betting journey, so if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck with those NBA bets.